All right. So now we're doing FreeCodeCamp Legacy Python for everybody. Make a relational database. All right. So the last one, we were over here, and I said we would have to come here for this video, but turns out that this link just shows us all the people that uses SQLite, SQLite, whatever. And yeah, it looks like a bunch of serious players. Whoever this is, XJoe, of course. Oh, Zojo, of course. Yeah. National Navigation Data Standard, of course. Them. Who else? Expensify, of course. Anyway. So that being said, we got to finish up this question first. Which is not a primary data structure in a database? Index? Yes. Table? No, it is definitely primary structure. Rows a primary structure. Columns a primary structure. Index has got to be the answer. Let's check it. Looks good and submit it. So now we're on to make a relational database, and that's where we are now. All right. So let's start this up and get to it.
So now we're going to make a database.
Let's make a database. Get out the old notes and let's write that down. Save. Cancel. Okay, well, I still got the notes out from earlier. I also got a new copy of the old notes. We're going to get rid of that. All right. So we'll just come down here and say making a database. I'm not looking forward to this. I don't like databases. Even though they're so integral to computing. You know, that you have to have databases for computing, because where else are you going to store all the stuff that you need to use, right? Of course. But regardless, this is what we're doing, so let's go.
So now we're going to make a database. We're going to use SQLite Browser. Hopefully you've downloaded it so you can follow along. And I've got this handout, this basic database handout that saves you from having to type all these things. So bring that up in your web browser. And so that gives you all of the commands that I'm going to type. Now,
say what? Say what? All right, let's go here. py4e.com. Let's see if we can get there without having to type anything more than py4e.com. All right, py4e. Let's see what we got. Lectures. Let's see. Lectures. Lessons. Will that work? Databases. Will that work? Python learn 15 database.ppp. Whatever that is. Let's see. No, Python 15 database handout.text. That looks like it. Okay, so we got this open. Awesome. So let's go back to the video.
Now, and so you could pull them out of the either the web page, you can pull them out of the slides, or you can pull them out of that. So
cool.
I'm going to bring up the database browser here.
Okay. So that's that thing. So if you're like me and you saved it to the desktop, it should be chilling right here. All right, and so we do have that. Let's open up the video again.
Database browser. Now, the thing that's going to happen, you'll see this happen on my desktop. I'm going to make a new database, and you have to store it somewhere. And so I'm going to put it on my desktop, and I'm going to call it py4e fun.
Okay, we'll do the same thing. Why not? All right, so new database. Desktop, where you be, desktop? Desktop right here. SQLite. py4e. Let's put it in py4e. Why not? Why not? Because there's too many things in py4e. Let's just do here. What did he say it was called? Python for fun. py4e fun. Let's do that. py4e fun. py4e 3e 4e fun. Boom. Save. All right, now we're cool. Let's go to the video.
And so we should see a new file on.
All right, let's do this. Although I don't want to do that either. Can I record two screens at once? The answer is absolutely not. All right, so that's where we are. And there it is right there. All right, so create table. Is that what's going on here? Okay, let's go back to the video and see what we got to do.
On my database, right there.
It did say
TY for fun. Now that's a file that you don't want to edit with a text editor or anything like that. This is a database that this is a file that's to be read by SQLite Browser and nothing else. Okay, so we're going to create a table, and I'm going to make a table called users with a column called name that's a text and a column called email. So it's already asking me to make a table. I'm going to call this users.
All right, let's do that. Users. Now what?
And I'm going to add a field that is called name. And I'm going to add a text. And I'm going to add another field called email. And I'm going to make that be text. Now the key thing.
Name and email text. Let's do it. All right. Users. Enter. Is that good? Add. Name. Type. Email. No, I mean text. All right. Add. Email. Type. Text. Cool. Do we press go? Do we press OK? Did he press OK? No. Whatever.
Here is we are in effect making columns and rendering an opinion as to exactly what that column is supposed to be used for.
Oh, he did push OK.
We're not allowed to violate that. It's not like, oh, we'll do whatever you want, because the database is optimizing its storage based on a contract that we're effectively making the contract ourselves. We can make these columns anything we wanted, but we're just going to we're going to contract with ourselves.
Contract with ourselves.
You can see there's a create table, and that's on the slide, and that's the SQL way of doing that. This user interface is just helping us write SQL. So now I'm going to just say OK, and if you take a look, you can see that I now have a table users, and I can look at my database structure, the table users, and away we go. And so
let's go see if we got that. I'm sure we do. We do. Table users, and away we go. Let's go.
Now that is creating it, and like I said, here in the slides is the create statement, or on the web page, there's the create statement that could have done it. Now,
so what he just said was we could have done that by,
or on the web page.
We could have done that by putting this somewhere. I don't know where though. We could have put this somewhere. I don't know where though. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll do this later. Let's go.
Page, there's the create statement that could have done it. Now, we can insert some data. Let's add a new record to this database users. And we'll call this guy
oh, I already hate this.
Name
Chuck
Charles C7 at umich.edu. So now we have a record.
Okay, so let's make a record. Where do we do that? How do we do that? Browse data. I think he went here. Did he do? Is that where he went? Browse data, new record, delete record. All right, so there's none of that. Is this it? New record? Add a new docked data browser. Absolutely not. This thing is super small too. What are we supposed to do? Add record. Where you at? Do you see it? I don't see it. Okay. Nope. There is no add record. Let's go talk to the experts. Let's go see what the experts have to say. How do we get to the experts from here? Watch on YouTube.
We have a record. So it's
where do I find those slides? Checking in. I noticed for me they're calling it Charles early on and was saying, oh, he's going to have to correct that. Funny stuff. I don't know what that means. YouTube comments afterwards. Will you try turning it on and off again? Okay. So yeah, that stuff, I don't know. We're going to have to try a little bit harder, I guess, to figure this out. So we have no new record or delete record in this version of whatever this is. Did he have to click something specific? No, it's just right there. This is here. This must be clear all the files. Reset what? Okay. Pardon me. New database, attach documents, close database. Current database. Clone, no. Local, DB hub, nope. Schema, plot, SQ log, remote, nope. Open project, undo, revert changes, write changes. Write changes? Maybe that's what it is. Write changes to the database file. Nope. In fact, that, I don't know. We might not have wanted to click that. Okay. Edit. Create table. Create index? No. Tools. Isn't this just garbage? Add record. Where are you at? Isn't this just garbage? Add new docked data browser. No. Edit program executes SQL browse data structure. Create index, print, refresh. No, no, no. Browse data. No. Isn't this just trash? Create a new, insert a new record. There it is. Okay. Name. Codeman S. Very small. Very small. Email. Codeman S at email.com. There we go. Looks like a winner. So let's keep going. So this is the button right here. This little paper with the green arrow. I guess that's a green arrow. I don't know. This is so small. Let's go.
So it's kind of like a database, a spreadsheet. Now, that's not the SQL way to do it. There's SQL sort of going on in the background. But if we really want to do this using SQL, we're going to use the insert statement. And the insert statement looks like this.
Okay, let's write that down. Was there other stuff we should have been writing down? All right, give me a second. I got to go backwards in time, back in time. Make a database. Pardon me. Start a single table. Okay, we're not doing that. Let's go forward in time. Let's write this down. SQL insert. All right. Nope. There we go. Let's do it. Making a database. Down, I say. SQL insert. SQL insert. The insert statement inserts a row into a table. So we would do this. Example. Down here. Insert. Let's just imagine. It's probably got to be capitalized. Insert into users. Name, email, name, comma, email. All right. values, all capital values, name, and then we would have name at email.com. Okay. That looks good. Let's go.
And the insert statement looks like this.
True.
The SQL syntax sometimes has extra words. Insert into is actually two SQL keywords. The name of...
All right, so this is just like having like def or in JavaScript like let or all that stuff. This is a keyword. Let's go.
Table. The columns
right,
is actually two SQL keywords. The name of table,
name
the
of the table, columns,
and then the word values, and then one-to-one correspondence between the values and
okay, so it's a tuple. So we're going to have a little tuple here that's going to be the columns going down like this. So we'll have name, email, blah, blah, blah if we have more. Values is going to be, so we've got the name first. Whatever's first is first, second is second, blah, blah, blah. Let's go.
Looks kind of like a tuple in Python, but we're nowhere near Python right now. Okay, and so that's what we're going to do. And so I'm going to grab this Kristen, and I'm going to go over here to my SQLite browser and say execute SQL. So now I can say...
Okay, so let's do that. We'll come over here. We'll fetch Kristen's. Boom. Is there? Can we triple click this? Okay, triple click. We'll get the whole thing. Copy that. Let's see what he does. All right, so he went...
Kind of like a database, a spreadsheet. Now, that's not the SQL way to do it. There's SQL sort of going on in the background. But if we really want to do this using SQL...
Hold on. No, we're not over here. We're over here. All right. So execute SQL. We're going to get this SQL thing right here. So let's do that. Execute SQL. Slap it in thusly. Now let's see what's next.
Paste that in. And then hit this little run button.
And then hit a play button. Play. Executing. All right, back to actual words. Execution finished without errors. Result: query executed successfully. Took 0 milliseconds. One row affected. At line 1, this happened. Excellent. So if we go back, does it look like that? No. All right, let's come over here.
And that's going to submit the SQL to SQLite and then update that file. And it says query executed successfully. And away we go.
Away we go. All right, so it says different stuff, but this is also like 8 years in the future, so that can be expected. Let's go.
So if I go back now and I look at the data, I see that there's two things in here.
Ah, yes. But the thing is, when I look at this one, in fact, there is not 2 things. So what's the problem, Robin? We did this. Shouldn't it be in here? Insert into. Okay, let's go look and see if... Okay. Okay. So, I don't know. What's the problem? Let's go look. Oh, it's capital name, capital email. Let's do that. Let's try this again, but exactly what it says. All right, let's run it. I guess that happened again, maybe? Browse data? Still no. Okay, let's take this, copy it, get rid of this, and discard. Try it again. Run it. Finished without errors. This. Let's see if it happened. Still nothing. Do we have to refresh? Nope, didn't do nothing. This is the part of the video where I explode. This is the part of the video where I start saying, Chuck, what is going on here, Chuck? Feels like we did it right, doesn't it? It feels like we did this the right way. Discard, get out of here. Let's... All right. What do we got to do to change these names? How do we change these names? Oh, I'm about to freaking explode. Oh, man, I don't want to explode. I'm trying to be explode free when doing these because, believe it or not, at some point, if we go far enough in this thing, we will meet Chuck Severance at some point because he is part of this industry and people in industries know each other. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to explode too many times because Chuck will say, oh, I was offended. That's reality. Okay. What is this? What are we supposed to do? How do we change this? Save, reset the order. No. Clear all the filters. Reset the data. Add new doc. Maybe it's over here. Local. Database structure. Ah, yes. Can we change this here? Modify table? Yeah, save, whatever. All right, let's name this instead of name. Let's name it lowercase name. Let's name this lowercase email. All right. Okay. Let's get rid of this. No, that is the whole program. All right, let's try it again. Whoa, look at this. Looky here. Isn't that something? So the 3 times we did it, this got slapped in there. Okay, almost fantastic. Now how do I delete? No. Insert, delete the current record. Yes. Delete this record. Yes. All right. And delete this one too. Add new record. No, delete it. All right, and this one, delete it. Add new record. And for this one, it's going to be Codeman S and then Codeman S at email.com. All right. And now we're going to come back over here to execute SQL. Okay, we've got this. Let's rename this lowercase name and rename this lowercase email. Ewill, that's not it. Email. Let's take it off insert. How about that? Email. And off. Email. Woo, there we go. Awesome. So now let's run it. Now let's come over here. There's Kristen. Okay, so now we're on the same page as Chucky over here. Let's go.
Here. And now I can actually insert all the rest of these. Let's go back to my little bit of stuff here. Let's put all these other rows in. It turns out that if I go into the execute SQL and I want to do more than one command at a time, I can put a semicolon at the end of each one of these things, and then I can run them all 4.
Okay. It is like a programming language, isn't it? So let's do that. Let's get this. Let's go here. Let's grab these. All right. Copy it. Let's go over to Squeal. Let's go over to execute Squeal. I told myself I'd never call it Squeal, and then you know what? I don't like this. I don't like databases, so I'm going to call it Squeal. So here we go. I told myself I'd never call it Squeal. I'd never call it Squeal. But it turns out, yes. Say what? All right. Execute and finished without errors. Results near C syntax error. What is this shit? What does it say? Boo! Okay, what's the problem? Were those semicolons or were those real colons? No, they're all right here. What's the problem? What is this? Why is this giving us this error? With errors, result near C, syntax error. At line 5, insert into username, email, values, whatever. 5. Why? What's wrong? Oh, C. There's a C here for some reason. Let's get rid of all this and let's run it. All right, let's go to browse data. Okay, so we got TED twice. Let's delete the one TED. All right, now we're looking real cool. All right, let's go on with the program. Go on with the show.
Same time. I mean, one after.
Settings. It's on HD. It's on 1080. This is not 1080p. Well, I guess this is 1080p in 2018 or 2016, whatever.
No,
2018
actually is what's going on here. So boom, boom, boom. And I'll take a look at the data, and look, I've got all those things in there. Now, eventually, the thing that's...
Are my videos as blurry as this? I can't believe that. That would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? All right. I hope they're not. Honestly, I really hope they're not, because they used to be crisp. I used to have the crispest videos.
All right, so listen up. State Farm.
Buckaroo. Nobody cares about State Farm. Or how much you were getting charged for insurance because of your drunk driving charge. That could have happened, or maybe it didn't. All right, so here's this. Make it big. Oh. That's pretty crisp, right? But at the same time, this is his quality video. But that's just as crisp as it usually is, right? Here's something that would be... Yeah, that's crisp. Yeah, there must have been something wrong with 1080p back in 2018, because this is nice and crisp. That's all I asked for, some crisp video. This is a little bit blurry. I feel like I need to go to the eye doctor. Let's go.
It's going to generate that SQL as a program, not us. We're being the database administrator, so we're sort of doing things manually. Once things get going, you write programs, do that insert over and over and over again in Python or like PHP or something like that. And so that is the insert.
All right, cool.
Now we can...
Okay, let's do this. Let's go write this down first, and then let's do it to it. This is not what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. All right. SQL. Pardon me. Delete. Okay. Delete a row in a table based on a selection criteria. Uh-huh. Okay, give me a second. I'm learning so hard, I'm yawning. All right, so let's do this example. Example. Delete from users where email equals. Oh, you're doing Ted dirty. Ted at umish. At umish.edu. Let's go.
And get rid of data. And so I'm going to say delete from, that's the keyword. Users is the name of a table. Where is a where clause. We'll have lots of where clauses in SQL.
I want to change it up to what I did, though. Because I think that's given Ted an unfair shake. Email equals name at email.com. Email.com. It's not fair to single out Ted so arbitrarily. Email.com. Let's go.
Which is, it's not like an if. In effect, the delete is going towards the whole table and being turned on and off by this where clause. So delete from users, if you didn't put the where clause on, will actually delete all the rows. TED equals email equals ted@umich.edu. Well, that one is going to make it so it only applies to those.
Okay, the important thing that this man just said was if we did delete from users and didn't have this afterwards, it would delete everything. Yeah, okay. Well, we got to remember that.
To the rows that were
Good thing there's a Control Z. I'm sure Control Z would undo a delete, right? Who knows? Let's go.
That is true. So I'm going to go over here in SQL, and I'm going to say delete from users where email equals ted@umich.edu.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go fetch Ted. Where you at, Teddy? Like that. Let's see if we can do it this way because I like it better. Selecting it from here and then dragging it up one instead of going all the way to the end. Let's see if we can do that on SQLite. Boink. Oh, there is a C. That C is from here. Okay. Okay. So we got to get rid of this C. Boom. All right. So now let's run it. No, not insert, son of a gun. Delete. You son of a gun. All right, let's get this. And I think we're going to have to delete it twice. Let's go look. Yeah, we're going to have to delete it twice. Let's do it again. Boom, boom. No, not twice. Like that. Just edu. All right. Get the C out of there. Oh, the C wasn't there. And do it again. Let's run it. Nope. What was the problem? It didn't do it. All right, let's get this out of here. Delete syntax header. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so that was successful. It took 0 milliseconds. And Ted is no longer found. Turns out that's how we do it. All right, so let's go.
And then I'm going to run it. Because it's only one, I don't need a semicolon at the end of it. And now if I go back and I look at the data, Ted is gone. Okay. Update. So
let's do that. Update. Here we go. Update. SQL update. No, that's a normal. All right. So let's come down here and say allows the updating of a field with a where clause. All right. Allows the updating of a field with a where clause. Okay. Example. Update. All right. Users. No, lowercase. No. Title case. Users set name equals Charles where email equals csev@umich.edu. All right, let's go.
The update says updates keyword. Users is the name of the table. Set is a keyword. And then this is column equals new value. And then a where clause. Again, this update, if we didn't have a where clause, would change every row in the table.
Even with setting it?
Equals csev@umich.edu. Oh, I got to change that because I already got the name to be Charles. So you see the name is already Charles. So I'll just execute here. Make this be Chuck so we see it. And then I run it.
Oh. Set is the command. All right. Let's do just that. All right. Let's get this. So we could put this whole thing into the thing and it would do everything, right? Is that what I'm seeing here? Let's copy this and let's go slap this in here and see what we get. Let's call it Chuck. Chuckles. Do you think that's what why they call him Chuck? Charles, you take the AR and you put a UCK and it's Chuckles. You think that's where it's from? You think that's why we call Charles's Chucks? That's got to be it, huh? That's got to be it, huh? It's got to be it. I don't want to ask ChatGPT. Let's stay ignorant because of this bliss that I'm feeling right now. Set name to Chuckles. Okay, Chuckles. My grandfather's name is Charles, so that's funny. He's long dead. Rest in peace. But yeah. Okay. All right. That's funny. Did we run it? Hold on. We changed. Oh yeah. So we changed it from Charles to Chuckles. Hey, what's going on, ads? You had a good weekend so far? We gotta wait like 20 seconds for the reply, right? So we did that. We got Chuck right here, and it looks pretty solid. We got so much this other stuff. So you don't like SQL? I'm beginning to not like it. I didn't have any opinion on it before, other than I don't like databases. But now I'm like, I really don't like this. But whatever. Let's go.
Then you take a look at the data and.
Pretty good weekend. Yesterday I was just resting all day. I didn't do nothing. But you know, that's fine, right? We've been grinding all week, so now we can grind this week too, because of all the rest, you know? So let's go.
It's changed.
All right, so Chuck got changed here. Boom.
That's an update statement.
True.
You're doing great. You're doing
Thank you. You are too.
And so
Now what?
The next thing we're going to do is we're going.
All right, retrieving record select. Let's type this down. All right. Let's do that. Retrieving records select. Retrieving records select. Okay. All right. The select statement retrieves a group of records. We can either retrieve, let's drop this down here. That is a horrible word, retrieve. We can either retrieve all the records or a subset of the records with a where clause. Yeah, we're going to drop this down just because why not? All right, boom. So let's do the example. Example. Oh my God. Okay, select star from users. And then on the next line, we're going to do select from users where email equals chucky@cheese.com. I gotta change this one. I'm gonna change this one to my generic one because the generic one's better, in my opinion. All right. And then we're going to change this to Chuckles. That's all it takes to change Charles to Chuckles is UCK, just like that. Which are 3 letters in the worst word in English. The most naughty word in... Second most naughty word in English. Second to first most naughty word in English. There we go. There's that. Okay, so let's slap this.
I want to take a look at how we retrieve data. Now this is the select statement. Select star. You have a list of columns, and star means all columns. From is a keyword, and then the name of a table. So this select star from users is the kind of thing you type all the time. As a matter of fact, it's what SQLite Browser is doing internally to cause this to happen, but we can do it by hand by saying select star from users and then run it. And so then we get a little record set.
Okay, so is that star got a space in front and after it? Is that what's going on here? Let's do this and see if that's the case. All right, let's grab that. Let's go over here. What did he just do? What did he just do? Where was he? Where is he? Execute SQL. Execute SQLite. All right, let's see if this works. It certainly did. Okay, so we don't need spaces, but we're going to put spaces in. Ah, it does have a space. All right, so there's that. Let's keep going.
Those 4 records that are sitting there. We can also throw a where clause on the end of it. So we say select star from users where email equals csev@umish.e.
Okay, so this thing, the second thing is like a second part. It's like you don't, I was thinking that we would need this to access it and then this also, but it turns out we don't need that. So let's do this and okay. So let's go grab the one from here, which is right here. And let's slap that in there, right here. Where you at? Where's it at? Here. And run it. And there's Chuckles right there. All right. So what's the next thing? Let's go back to the video.
.edu, and that, again, the select star from users goes at the whole table, and the where clause goes at the whole table, and then filters out all of the things except one record. So the where clause is send it to the table, but then filter based on whatever, and so it only shows us that. Okay, we're cruising right along here.
We are.
You can also.
All right, so let's cruise some more with some more typing, because typing helps solidify knowledge. All right, according to me, sorting with order by 3 p.m. and get your shipping for free. Get your shipping by Monday or something like that. We can add an order by clause to select statements to get the results sorted in ascending or descending order. Okay. And for this, we would do this stuff. Example. All right. Select space, star space from space users space order by. I've already forgotten what we're doing. Email. Okay. Then we've also got this. Name desk. Descending. Okay, let's go.
Put an order by clause on there. So we can say select star from users, order by email, so that's a column. Select star from users, order by email.
All right, let's do that, what he just did. Where are we? Here's this. Let's go
Email.
Like this, and like this, and like this. We could have taken it from the notes, but we're already here. Boom. And run it. And a looky there. Cool. What's next?
And so that orders by email.
True.
Or we can change it by to name, and we can say descending.
Okay, let's do that. Name desk. All right, run it. And it looks like that. How's this descending, though? How's this descending? Descending by what? Is it because Codeman is lowercase and these are all uppercase, that's got to be what it is. That's got to be what it is. That's got to be what it is. All right, let's go.
So that's the name in descending order. Sorting and selecting are good things that databases are really good at.
True.
So this is the summary of what I've told you. I said the databases do create, read, update, and delete, CRUD. And we've done all those things.
We have.
Create, delete, update, read. That's what we did. And that's the summary of SQL. And so...
This is not too exciting. Okay. Keep your opinions to yourself. This is riveting. I'm just kidding. Not even. All right. So we're not going to do that summary because they're all right here and it's also on that other page. But this is not too exciting so far. Let's put this may seem tedious. I don't know if that's how you spell tedious. Listen. We're going to have to go to... we're going to have to go here. Tedious. It is. Okay. That is how you spell it. That's how we spell it. This may be tedious. Dot, dot, dot. And then M. So making a title case. And yeah, that's fine. Tables pretty much look like a big fast programmable spreadsheets, like spreadsheets. Okay. With rows, columns, and commands. Are they not? Which course? The power comes when we have more than one table, and we can exploit, that's a bad word, the relationships between the tables. Is that what it really said? Oh, this relational database stuff. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So there's that. All right, let's keep going.
You might be saying, why did I take so long to learn such a simple and elegant and beautiful language? Because it's not really...
Okay, that thought never came into my head, Chuckles. No wonder.
Exciting. It's a extremely simple language that's very predictable. And you're like, well, that's pretty easy. And it turns out that some of you may have been using SQL in situations, maybe with Microsoft Access or something, where you're actually typing this stuff and you just kind of typed it and you never realized that you were learning a programming language. That's why I like SQL. Okay. And that's a very declarative language and it's very straightforward. It's much harder to learn. It's much easier to learn SQL than it is to learn Python, because in Python you have to figure out how loops work and how iteration variables work, and you'll notice there's none of that. And so but the key is we've only started to understand the power. That's the simple ability to move around and update data and read data randomly using these simple sets of commands. But up next, we're going to look at how you do this with data models and relationships and really multiple tables.
Excellent. All right. So we're good on that. Ooh. Oh, look at this. I don't even want to see that cringy photo. I'm gonna delete that from my. I'm gonna what was it? CRUD update. I'm gonna update that with a delete from my mind. That I can't. It's burned into my retinas. Anyway, so there's that. The biker man. What's his name? Chuckles. They say I was on. What was it called? I was on Firefox the other day, and they always have those stupid propaganda articles there, like what to do if you're really poor. And I'm like, I know, go make more money. Anyway, and it said, why do divorced guys always look like that, like bikers? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not reading it, but he definitely is. He still married? I don't know. Anyway, it's not my business. What SQL command would we use to retrieve all users that have the email address this? Select users where email. I like this one. There's not going to be an is. Select all. We didn't do all. Select from users. I like this one even better without the is though. So select from users where email is this. Let's say this fifth one. I like the look of that. And it was correct. And submit it. All right. So there's that. Now we're on to relational database design. And we'll see you next time.